The world is divided into two categories, the players and the pieces. You've felt this your entire life. You walk into a room and feel invisible. You watch certain people command attention without saying a word. They get the opportunities. They get the respect. They get the power. And you work harder. You try to be nicer. You try to be competent, but you are ignored. You're left wondering why your talent isn't enough, why your goodness isn't rewarded. Here is the brutal truth society is too polite to tell you. Power does not care about your intentions. It only cares about your leverage. You've been trying to connect with powerful people by being a friend. But powerful people do not need more friends. They need assets. They need mirrors. They need protection. If you want to enter the circles where real decisions are made, you have to kill the part of you that seeks validation. You have to stop asking for permission to exist. Niccolò Machiavelli wrote The Prince over 500 years ago, not as a guide for the wicked, but as a manual for reality. He understood that human nature at its core is driven by self-interest, fear, and vanity. Ignore this, and you will always be a pawn master it, and you become the hand that moves the pieces. In the next few minutes, we are going to dismantle the lies you've been told about networking. We are going to explore Machiavelli's 13 ruthless laws of connection. These are not tips. They are psychological weapons. By the end of this, you will no longer look at a powerful person and see a superior. You will see a puzzle land. You will hold the only key that solves it. But be warned, once you see the strings, you can never go back to being a puppet. Most people fail because they approach power with an open hand, begging for a favor. They think connection is about being yourself. That is a lie. Being yourself is a luxury reserved for those who already have power. For those climbing the mountain, connection is about strategic adaptation. It is about becoming exactly what the other person needs to see until you are so embedded in their world that they cannot function without you. But how do you do this without losing your soul? How do you manipulate perception without becoming a sycophant? The answer lies in a psychological concept called the void. But before we reach that, you must understand the laws. Let's begin Law 1, never outshine the master. The first mistake you make is trying to impress you. Meet someone influential and your ego takes the wheel. You want to show how smart you are, how capable, how much you know. You think this earns respect. It doesn't. It breeds insecurity. Powerful people are often the most fragile. Their identity is built on being the smartest, strongest, almost visionary person in the room. If you shine too brightly, you don't look like an asset. You look like a threat. Machiavelli warned us, it is always dangerous to appear better than your superiors. When you make a superior feel less or even slightly, you trigger their survival instinct. They will bury you, not because you are incompetent, but because you are dangerous to their ego. So what is the strategy? Dim your light. Make them look brilliant. When you offer an idea, frame it so it feels like there's asked questions that allow them to give the answer. Feed their vanity. This is not weakness. This is camouflage. When they feel superior, their defenses drop. Once you are safe, you are allowed inside the walls. While they admire their reflection, you quietly observe their weaknesses. Learn their patterns and secure your position. Let them have the glory. You take the influence. Law to conceal your intentions. A predictable man is a controllable man. If I know what you want, I know how to use you. Money, I buy you. Praise, I flatter you. Most people wear their desires on their face. They walk up to powerful people screaming, I need something from you. That stinks of desperation, and desperation is the ultimate repellent. To connect with power, you must be unreadable. Do not reveal your endgame. Talk about everything except business, art, philosophy, wine, their hobbies. Make them wonder why you're there. Mystery creates attraction. When they can't figure you out, they project their own desires onto you. They begin chasing the puzzle. Never show your cards until the pot is already yours. Be warm, be open, be charming. But keep your ambition locked in a vault. The less they know about your motives, the more leverage you hold. Appeal to self-interest, never to mercy. This is where nice people lose. You need a favor, so you tell your story, your struggles, why you deserve a chance. They smile, they nod, they do nothing, because mercy is a burden. Powerful people are busy. If they helped everyone who deserved it, they would collapse. It is better to be needed than liked. Do not ask for favors. Offer solutions. Find their pain. Solve it. Now you are not a beggar. You are a partner. Self-interest is the only universal language. Speak it fluently and doors open. Law 4. Strategic absence. Over-availability signals low value. Scarcity creates respect. Be present when you are there, then disappear. Your absence creates space in their mind. Your return becomes a reward law. Faith, the mirror of Narcissus. Everyone is obsessed with themselves, become the mirror match. Their pace, their language, their metaphors. When they see themselves reflected, slightly elevated, they trust you. They don't want to be challenged. They want to be confirmed. Make them feel understood. They will crave your presence. Law 6. Control information. Information is modern power, especially secret information. Be the one who brings truth, not noise. Insight, not gossip. When you control the flow of intelligence, you become indispensable. Never reveal your sources. Deliver the value. Keep the leverage. Law 7. The useful enemies, shared enemies forge instant bonds. Align with their frustrations. Validate their battles. Us versus them creates loyalty. Faster than friendship ever could. Law 8. Play to their fantasy. People live in who they think they are. Support. The fantasy become the role that sustains it. If you protect their illusion, they will protect you. Power is theater. Learn your path. Law 9. Emotional alchemy. Be the calm in their chaos. When they are frantic, you are steady. When they're angry, you're clear. It's handled. Those words lower cortisol, raise your value. Law 10. Formlessness. Adapt or break. No rigid identity, no fixed ego. Blend in so you can move freely. Law 11. Create dependence. If you are replaceable, you are expendable. Become essential. Own something critical. Do not teach away your leverage. Entanglement is power. Law 12. Control the options. The one who writes the menu controls the outcome limit. Choices, frame decisions. You build the road, they choose to walk it. Law 13. Radical autonomy to connect with power. You must not need it. The one who can walk away holds the leverage. When you are whole, solid, sovereign power. Notices not worship, not fear, respect. This sounds cold, it is. But the world was not built on innocence. Machiavelli was not evil. He was honest. These laws are not chains, they are keys. And once you hold the keys, you must have the discipline to turn them. Do not just watch. Choose. Welcome to the inner circle. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more.